Just let him go. I knew we were going, but I didn't want to stop him. Hello. Welcome to the Warriors Den, everybody.
Hello.
We got guests today. We'll have another guest when he shows up whenever he wants. Roman will be here next to me, I suppose, unless he squeezes in with you guys.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
So, we have a good show today. Lots of information.
He's back.
Yes, sorry, Stefan. Stefan is back from...
back from China.
China.
Yes.
China. How was China Joy? How was China Joy?
Amazing. The people were so enthusiastic for the game. I had to do one segment where I went from one stage to a race.
Your mic is off.
My mic.
Just press the button on your little thingy.
Maybe
Oh, you should put it.
It's been a day, guys. It's been a day.
it's in the pocket.
Boy, oh boy.
So off.
Can everyone hear me now?
No, wait.
Professional.
It's red.
It's
It's
green.
green.
It's amazing, amazing. Can you see the green
So
there?
Stefan was in Shanghai at China Joy, the largest gaming convention in China.
Yes, it was amazing. Can people hear me now? Welcome back, I guess. We're back in this cycle.
Are you still jet lagged?
Yes, I am actually.
Great.
So maybe this is a dream. I don't know. Yeah, they're so enthusiastic. It was crazy. I mean, like, we announced same stuff as E3, basically. Marching Fire, October 16th. Wulin, 4 new characters, Breach, all this kind of crazy stuff. Crowd erupted when they was like, hey, it's Stefan. And I'm like, you guys have no idea who I am. And they're like, we love you. Right? I got mobbed going from stage A to stage B. People ran up and hugged me.
Wow,
And I was
hugs.
like, I couldn't believe it, right? I'm not a hug guy, but you know.
You had to deal with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Stefan fact, not a hug guy.
Yeah, just so you know, Eric. All
This
those other
explains what happened to Shigoki.
Oh, no.
Spoiler.
Transition.
Sorry. keep going.
But it was fantastic. It was crazy. It was fun. They were good, too. They were very good players.
China rules. I want to go.
They were strong.
I want to go meet our
wanted
Chinese
to go.
players.
They want people. They were like, are you coming back? Are you going to send more people?
No.
So,
There you go. Well, welcome back.
thank you.
While you were gone, we released a patch. There were some issues with that patch.
It was a perfect test.
We started the season, in fact.
We did. We started season 7.
Yeah.
We are
Storm and Fury.
deep into season
And
7, even
we
though we
were
still have our
caught-
season 6 art up here, Max.
And we were caught in the storm. And the fury
The storm
of the
and the
community.
fury. Yes, yes. So we released a patch. There were errors in the patch notes,
Yes.
and a number of things that were not in the patch notes that came in the patch. So we're going to hit all of this on the show today.
And we had some issues as well.
Oh, yes.
That will hit as well.
So I want to start with the known issues. This is a thing in a live game. When you release a patch, you like to communicate the known issues so people that have these problems know, I don't need to tell them about it. They're already working on it. So there's a few. So as I mentioned, we corrected a couple errors in the patch notes already. One was about the Warden having a soft, faint shoulder bash off of heavy finisher. He does not.
He does not, no. This was a relic from an old test in one of our Rift builds. We did test this on the character, but I elected not to keep it, obviously.
Okay, and another similarly, for Valkyrie, the sweep timing in the game right now is at 600 milliseconds. On the patch notes, it said it was changed to 500 milliseconds.
Again, this is another remnant of one of our Rift notes, and managed to survive in note form only.
Did you see, Stefan, that everyone wants that to be a truth?
All the Valkyries did, yes.
Yes.
So will it be a truth?
Well, Roman's here. Join us, Roman, please.
He needs a mic.
Oh, wait, get a mic first.
It's important to me microphone, Roman, just so you know.
Yes.
Yeah, make sure it's not off, too. Just
We'll talk about
tips
the
from a pro over here.
We'll talk about the Valk in a second once Roman's here. So we're investigating a crash. Actually, we're not even investigating. I think we've already pinpointed it. A crash related to when you equip effects on your executions. So that should be fixed in an upcoming
It's
patch.
on all effects, or is it located on some effect, or
I don't know.
can we know, Alex, if the execution effects crash is localized on specific effects?
If it is, it will be listed in our known issues list.
That's
Hello, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bienvenue, Roman.
Thank you.
Look, that's your...
You get some paper for me.
Were you doing mocap?
No.
He was.
I was sleeping.
He was yesterday. He was yesterday.
Just came out of
this
bed.
morning.
See him in the pajamas.
Were you doing some mocap? I saw you put a picture on Twitter.
Yeah.
Hook swords.
Maybe.
Pretty cool.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Nice tools. Nice toys.
Okay, so we're going through our known issues. Welcome. So yes, there's a crash.
And this is the worst then.
Yes, this is a
What
show
there?
we do. We do this show every week. So yes, the execution effect crash will be fixed in our next patch. We're also got an issue with low FPS in the menus, which I think is especially bad on console. That'll be fixed in our next patch.
When is the next patch?
I don't know. Why do you do this to
Do
me?
we know?
Because you do it to me.
I think we don't know yet.
We do not know
Yeah.
yet when the next patch will be.
But it's yeah.
We're going to do a live update on Tuesday, which we'll talk about
and
soon.
we'll know
But that is not
soon.
the next patch.
And we'll know soon.
Patch is something that goes through submission as code and all that. So
Yeah.
this is already getting confusing. There is a bug where people were being kicked due to inactivity when they're
Can-
just playing the game normally.
Can we say that the patch will still come during summer? I think we can say that.
Sure. You're the game director. You make that happen. Kicked due to inactivity, even if you're just playing the game like a normal human being. We fixed it already, actually. This week we did a server-side fix. So that should no longer be happening.
Cool.
And it's today at 10:30. 12:30.
In fact, the kick due to inactivity was earlier this week.
Okay.
Okay.
But we have a maintenance starting in a few minutes at 12:30 our time. And we're going to get into
that
all
will
of
fix
yes, this,
many things
yes.
that we'll discuss
Yes.
Ranks.
right here, right now. Sorry.
We had a whole flow, Roman, and you were just kicking it. Another known issue. This is a Steph one. There's a bug with the Warden where the shoulder bash drains a ton of stamina if he whiffs it. That is not intended.
Yeah, so it's paying an extra penalty right now on miss. That's what's happening. We've got a fix for this that's in and submit, but it will be live in whatever S7Q2 becomes.
The next
which is,
patch.
Yeah.
The one that
That
Damien...
will happen during summer.
Yeah, the one that Damien says
go.
apparently will still happen
this
this summer.
magical summer patch.
When does summer end? It's in October, no? We still have some time. We're good. We're good.
Moving on. Also, this was a goof. On our big stream last week, we showed some of the weapons coming in Season 7, and in fact, I think half of them or so are Season 8.
Still work in
weapons.
progress for season 8.
Yes. So a little sneak peek to Season 8. But
Yeah,
that means there's more in Season 7 that we didn't show you. So
And
basically, there's two
players are
sets.
very confused about that.
Yeah.
They keep asking me on Twitter why I can't have this weapon. And it's like,
Okay.
I don't know, maybe you
Yes.
can, maybe you can't.
So I put the full list of the Season 7 weapon names on
With
Reddit.
Screenshots?
No.
No, we don't do that.
Just an Excel list.
So maybe you can tell that currently it's summer and everybody is crunching really, really, really hard in the
merci,
team in
player.
Montreal, not on holiday, crunching really hard, a little bit tired. And so we made some mistakes with patch notes or what we can show or not.
Yeah.
It's not because we're lazy and we're on holiday. It's actually quite the opposite. Sorry for that. It's not your problem, it's our problem. But still, that's part of
Yes.
it.
But let's get into the good stuff of what we're fixing.
Yes, please.
Good transition, thank you. So, today's maintenance, starting at 12:30. I don't know what time it is right now, but soon, 15 minutes from now. We are going to do a bunch of changes for ranked.
Yes.
So,
Based on the storm of feedback we got.
so that's the good news, is that a ton of people have been playing ranked,
Yeah, super
More than
popular.
ever.
Yeah.
for sure. But we've identified some problems with it.
Yes.
Problem one, people can quit a game
And not be penalized.
and not be penalized.
Yeah. So there are ways to quit the game, like killing the game process, closing the application on console, etc., where you don't get penalized. And so some players, less than what we thought, to be honest. We looked at the numbers, and we'll go we'll discuss that in a few minutes as well. But some players are exploiting that to be ranked higher than what they should.
Indeed.
So they are avoiding match loss, and so.
So anytime they
yeah.
start to lose, pff, I'm out.
Yeah.
which has been really shitty for our very good players, which is the vast majority of you, trying to play ranked like a real person.
When you quit normally, so press start and quit, even if the pop-up doesn't say you get a rank penalty, you get a rank penalty and you see it.
Yes.
So that works as intended.
Right.
But there were some ways of quitting that are not handled
Yes.
until now.
Until today.
Until today. So now the maintenance we do today will fix that.
Yes.
And basically what will happen now is that any means, any way you quit the game,
Yes.
intended or not, so you get disconnected, you have a electric shutdown in your apartment or whatever, any ways that will quit the game, you will get penalized.
Right. In ranked.
In ranked.
Specific.
So you will get...
Your cat jump on the breakers.
Exactly.
Yes.
Your mom unplugs the console because
Rips
she
your
wants to do whatever, you to do your homework or whatever. You get penalized.
So what this means is we know that that's very harsh.
Just for info, the cat breaker stuff.
That actually happened?
That actually, no, I don't know if it happened, but that was an excuse that a level designer gave me like 15 years ago when I was lead level designer. The guy was constantly late and was like, hey man, tomorrow you need to be fucking here on time because whatever happened, we kill you. The guy, of course, showed up late and he was like, you're never gonna believe me. My cat is doing that stuff with his clothes on the wall and it's under the breakers and today it jumped and
Oh my God.
anyway. So,
Did you believe him?
No.
Yeah.
Did you
Did
But
you
I still
fire
know
him?
the guy.
fire him?
No.
No. Ramon's a nice boss, believe it or not. So, what was I even saying?
So now, after the maintenance,
Oh yes, what I was going to say. Sorry, we know that this is a very strict and harsh penalty, and that there might be false positives, right?
but you are playing ranked.
So this is what we want you to
those
go
are the
into
rules.
ranked
Yeah,
understanding.
those are the rules.
If you have a crappy connection that drops a lot, don't
Yeah.
play ranked.
But you can play ranked, but you will be penalized because of your crappy connection. Sorry, but that's.
But
those
that's
are
the only way
rules.
that we can catch all the people
we need to
exploiting
be
it.
like tolerance 0. Is voilà.
And I just want to give what the actual penalty is. So if you do this, quitting of any type now, you receive a 40% rank deduction.
Yeah.
And one of the other changes
Yeah.
of today is you have a 30-minute
Time penalty.
penalty.
So right now the time penalty is 1 hour.
Yes.
But because any quits will get the penalty, we reduce it to 30 minutes. Because what we think is really the biggest penalty is the rank
the rank,
penalty.
yeah.
You don't have any reason to quit now because you will get penalized to rank.
Yep.
And you will get, normally this rank penalty is higher than a match loss, even more after the other update that we'll discuss.
Yeah.
So, and if it's not enough, we can crank that up.
Yep.
So now, first step is that everybody gets penalized. Second step, if it's not enough, we'll do a harsher rank penalty if it's needed.
Right.
So that's the situation we're in. And because of that, we reduce the time penalty to 30 minutes.
Sidious01 is asking, is this penalty only for ranked or does the time penalty also apply
It's
to
only
other
for
modes?
rank. It's only for rank. The quit penalty in casual play is something we want to reintroduce, and we're not reintroducing it in this maintenance. Maybe
Actually, Alex,
we're,
could you check on that?
we're discussing it right now to introduce it next week.
Okay, because someone told me last night, again, we're all doing a lot of multiple things at once, that got checked in for today's maintenance.
Okay. Last time I heard about it, last night too, was
Yes.
it's next week, not this
Okay.
week. We'll know.
Alex,
Who
can
knows?
you please check into whether the non-ranked leaving penalty is in today's maintenance?
And if it's in today, it's not the 30 minutes. It's another time penalty.
It's
It's
less.
10 minutes.
And so to make it clear, what is today for ranking? It's whatever the mean you use to quit a match, you will get 40% rank deduction
Yes,
and
30 minutes penalty.
a 30 minutes penalty.
Yeah.
That goes live in
a few minutes.
10
After
minutes.
the maintenance.
Now, another
On top
problem.
of that, on top of that, another problem we have that is, and all those problems, what is super interesting, are legacy of choices we've made in the past because of peer-to-peer, because of Dominion Ranked, etc., and that's where we need to readapt to. People struggle to find matches, qualification matches in Ranked Dominion. So we did a change a few months ago where we were using a static player skill to find other players so that it was easier to find those matches. This was true as well in the rank duel, but this has a side effect that some people discovered pretty quick. So 2 side effects. First side effect, it means that during your qualification matches now, whatever you do, if you win, if you lose, you always have the same power level, the same type of players you will play against. So if you were playing against 2 good players during your qualification matches, that was true for the 20 matches.
Change.
It wouldn't change during all the qualificative matches.
Yes.
If the players were too easy, wouldn't change as well. This is because the value was static.
Right.
And the value was based on your previous season rank or on your previous player skill in duel if you weren't ranked. And another side effect of that is that some smart players decided to say, hey, I will create a new account,
Fresh MMR.
fresh MMR, so I will be at 0 player skill, so I will play only against noob, I will win all my matches and get top ranked after my 15 qualification matches.
Boo.
Boo. So, starting this maintenance, now what we do, we go back, we've updated so that now it's the rank we give you is updated at each match in qualification matches.
Right.
So we start with your previous rank or we start with your current dual player skill and it adapts at each match.
So if you start out, you're getting steamrolled, it'll adapt. You'll
Yeah,
get
it
someone
will adapt,
lower-
will get
lower
against easier
skill.
players, etc., etc. So you can't smurf anymore starting this maintenance, the qualificative matches.
Okay.
So that's also an update we're doing in this maintenance. The last update we're doing in rank play in this maintenance that is also crucial is 2 things. It's feedback we already got previous season and that we already fixed previous season, but that came back this season for whatever reason. But we have what we call a division promotion or demotion. It's like each time you move from one division to the other, we add extra points or we remove extra points so that you don't flip-flop from one division to the other between each match. That promotion demotion was at 25% last season. We've updated it last season to 10% so that the impact is lower. And I don't know why it came back to 25% in season 7. And now what we've decided is to put it not to 10% back, but to 5%.
Okay.
So now this bonus malus will be way smaller. So you shouldn't have those big jumps in skill rating points when you move from one division to the other.
Okay.
So, and it should diminish the feeling of, we had some posts where saying, oh, what am I losing 40% is the equivalent of 5 matches, etc. This was mostly because of that. So after the maintenance, you shouldn't have those big jumps anymore. Maybe you will be flip-flopping a little more between when you are switching from one division to the other, but we think it's better in that side than on the other side that we have today. That's the thing. Now, the big question from the player base would be, that's cool, but what do you do with all the players who exploited the penalty thing and who exploited the matchmaking in qualification matches? So we've decided, we looked at all the matches done in ranked duel.
There's been
a lot. And we look at all the profile, all the accounts, and we've identified the player who used the most this rank penalty exploit to avoid it. So all the players that were quitting constantly the match, we've defined some threshold together, and we are going to act on those accounts during the maintenance as well.
Yes.
So I don't know if we want to give the number. I don't think we want to give. But basically, the player who exploited it the most will have their rank reset after the maintenance. Sorry, guys, you tried.
Yeah.
We spot you. you will have your rank reset.
Right.
So we're not resetting everybody. We're resetting the
worst
people,
offenders.
The worst offenders, exactly.
Yes.
We're not resetting the player who did it a bit, because it's much harder for us to know if they did it on purpose or not, or if they just had a disconnection or something like that. So we decided to let them go in a way. But the obvious offenders, were acting on them during that maintenance. And for the players who have the new
But it's not
account
10
thing,
people.
No.
it's not 10 people,
No,
but it's not. I think the number is lower than what people would expect. So it's not like thousands and thousands and thousands of player users. So I think we have a small group of players that were impacting a lot of matches because they were constantly quitting. So we're acting on those. And for the people who smurfed the qualification matches, is something we're looking at.
Yep.
Harder to act on those.
Yep.
Because we have also some players that moved platforms, so that were good on PS4, for example, and then moved to PC, or good on PC, and they can be top ranked after the first 15 matches, and they haven't smurfed, etc. So it's harder for us. What is interesting here is that the decay will start playing its role. So we have, and we can go through that, but we have a decay system in the master, in the top grandmaster rank that acts. So how it works is that we're looking when it's your last active day. An active day ranked is a day where you did at least 3 ranked matches. So if you do less than 3 ranked matches, it's considered a non-active day.
Right.
And if you do more than 14 consecutive days of inactivity, we're making you lose 50 skill points every day until you get reactive again. And after twice that time, so after almost a month, 28 days of inactivity, we remove you from the Grandmaster rank until you get active back. So for those players who smurfed, and so who are at a higher level than what they should be, so they stop playing, of course, because as soon as they play against Grandmaster players, they will go down very quickly, because the sanction would be hard. So if they continue playing, then they would be realigned at the right place. And if they don't continue playing and trust the leaderboard, in 2 weeks, like in a week, they will start going down.
Right.
So even if we'll see if we can act on those, but if we can't, normally the decay would start playing its role.
Yep. In the exercise we did this week to identify the people who exploited their way into the Master and Grandmaster rank, we're going to do it again next week just to see, okay, we've done all these measures. What's the data look like now? Act again if we need to.
Exactly.
Cool.
So that's the big update regarding rank. Thank you for your feedback. Really, it was super helpful. We could identify some issues, some way of doing it with people giving accounts and things like that, seeing some behaviors. So thank you for reporting all of that. We're super helpful. The team worked super hard on that. They had a lot of pressure to deliver that this week because we want rank to be successful.
Yes.
Right now it's very popular. We were pleasantly surprised that in fact not that many people were overexploiting it. So that's good as well. We have a pretty healthy community that even if they knew the exploits were using it that much, and I was surprised, to be honest. It was spreading more and more.
Yeah.
So each time we're looking at it,
every
it
time
was
we did
getting worse every 24 hours. But it was not as bad as what I thought it would be, based only on the Twitter, Reddit feedback we're getting
favorite,
from players.
there was a thread on Reddit where someone said, oh, how do I do the quit so I don't get detected? And all the responses were like, fuck this guy. So thank you, community, for mostly being great.
Rank play is crucial for us, and we commit to do something. Do we say the tournament thing now or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, because I just want to close the rank subject. I
What
think
type
that's
of question is that?
So
Should I say the stuff right now or don't wait?
one of the things we want to do, and we said last week, this season with Ranked Play, we want to do two things. We want to introduce ranked orders. So orders that give you some extra XP if you play ranked. And that's starting this weekend. Do we have a card for that, Max?
We do.
We do, so let's show the card for the rank order. So now, and it's spoiling the other thing I want to say. So we want to introduce ranked orders so that you can weigh more XP if you play ranked. And we said already we want to do reintroduce ranked tournaments.
As a weekend-only event.
As a weekend-only event. So that it's an easier way for you to get the ornaments, and it's cool, you will reach finals. It's another way to enjoy a ranked play. The early plan was to replace the ranked duel matches with the ranked tournament, because we don't want to split the ranked community, because if we split it, then it will take more time for you to find matches.
It's not the amount of people that are playing Dominion. So
Yeah, exactly. And so that's the plan. But because of all the things that happen now, we decided this weekend to activate the tournament on top of the ranked duel matches.
Right.
So we keep alive the ranked duel matches for this weekend, and we introduce the ranked duel tournament on top of it.
So this weekend, if you want to play ranked, you can either play it one match at a time, or
tournament.
And get the
If you
sweet-ass
like,
rewards.
and we'd love to get feedbacks. Is the waiting time too long? Can you find tournament matches? Do you think it's cool to have both shows at the same time, or do you think we should focus you on one or the other? So it's also the opportunity for us to test that way.
Yep.
And based on the feedback we got, based on the matchmaking time we see and things like that, for the next weekend where we want to activate a dual tournament, we'll decide to do it exclusively or not.
Yes.
So tell us feedback on that as well. And I closed the ranked subject. Sorry, it was a lot.
The black sarcophagus.
But I think it was needed.
Well, I actually wanted to close it out with, because something I mentioned that we were already looking at is when these people are quitting in ranked, the person who stays, who is not a jerk, doesn't get the win.
Yeah.
That was a bug, and we're working on that.
So it was a...
That is not part of this maintenance, though, because it's a longer-term fix. So I just want to say we're still working on that. Not coming.
It's not a server-side fix.
Right.
Yeah, it's a bigger things, and it's something we haven't done before, because before you could make the other player quit.
Uh-oh.
And so win instead of him.
Help with that computer, please.
So anyway, yes, it's something we're working on, not an easy fix.
Yes. Okay. So the reason Roman and Steph are here is
Latency
because
threshold. Maybe you want to speak about
Sure,
that.
yes. One of the other things we're looking at for ranked is the latency thresholds that we have.
Yeah.
You know, we have a latency kick in the game. And we're going to look at that closely to see if it's the right...
Because we don't want it to be too low,
Yeah.
because then people will get constantly penalized and constantly disconnected. But we don't want it to be too high, because then it
The
would
experience
be,
of the other player
experience
is
of
not
the other
fair.
player
Yeah.
wouldn't be fair.
Yep.
Especially
And we
since
need to find the
when
sweet
you get
spot.
kicked because of latency, it's like quitting a match, so rank penalty.
Exactly.
need
So we need to find a sweet spot where the game is fair, and we're not kicking too many players out of the game.
Cool. Okay.
Fight!
So, fight update with these guys. There's a lot of other, actually, you know, ranked is a very specific thing that a very specific set of people care about. And then in your world, lots of people care about the fighter-specific stuff too. So let's talk about some of the changes that came in the patch.
That were unintended.
Unintended. So first of all, people noticed some stamina stuff. Out of stamina.
Yes.
There were some changes.
Okay, so what was it? First of all, some moves would now mean when you hit an opponent who is out of stamina, instead of draining their stamina, it would just pause their stamina. So what we like about this is that eventually your opponent will get out of stamina and return to stamina, so this seems like a good thing. What we don't like about it, as is right now, is that
It's not the full implementation.
Exactly. We have these things fixed, great, and they're in the game, but we're hoping that the rest would be done. So we've learned our lesson, submission A and submission B. Submission B might not come or in time. So what we're going to do is roll this part back for now.
Yeah.
Wait until such a time that we have everything ready to rock, and then reintroduce that at some later date.
Yeah, because basically some things went live and where other things weren't yet ready yet. And the idea is that we want to release the whole package
Right.
together.
So the package was not finished. The idea, the thing that we want to improve is today the out of stamina game is a bit frustrating and some characters are a bit too strong on that. And so we want to make it a bit less a dominant strategy and a bit less frustrating to be out of stamina. So that's something that we want to act on, but we fired too fast unintentionally in that patch.
So there's a little peek for you. I saw a lot of good reactions to it, which is good.
Yeah.
So we'll get there once we have the full system ready. So
Yes,
it's fair. Okay.
Exactly.
was not supposed to ship.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So
So
Not
when is
that
this
we
getting-
tried something, we're like, oh shit, no.
No.
It was not supposed to ship because
Yeah.
it was not finished.
yeah.
So when is this getting rolled back?
This is happening Tuesday.
This is happening
Tuesday, we'll be doing a live update to roll back that and the
And
next.
other things.
Yes. Let's talk about the big boy.
The big boy.
Shugoki.
Shigoki over the past week has become meme levels, where Valkyrie was, I think, a few months ago, whereas half of the posts on the Reddit are about Shigoki now. Reason being, there was a bug fix in last week's patch. What did that bug fix do?
So it fixed Demon Embrace against Revenge. If you use Demon Embrace against Revenge activation or attacks while under Revenge property, Demon Embrace used to go through and grab you anyway, and the bug fix is that it no longer does.
Because it was the only attack.
The only attack in the game, exactly, that does this. So we thought, hey, why not make it consistent? Because it is a bug. However, Shigoki, poor Shigoki.
Yes.
Yes.
So yes, it was a bug, a valid bug because of inconsistency, but Shigoki's in a particular state.
Yes.
Yeah.
So right now we're not happy with Shigoki. Obviously, we would like Shigoki to get buffs and certain changes to the playstyle. So what we want to do is pull this change back as well for now, so that you're not sad that hey, Shigoki is nerfed, and then we can give it back at the same time that we give buffs and reworks and so on.
Okay.
So Tuesday, we revert that also.
Right.
Exactly.
So the Tuesday live update. You got a stamina changes and Shigoki. Okay. I mentioned the word Valkyrie, so we've also seen a lot of feedback on Valkyrie. So what do you folks want to say about that?
But Valkyrie, but it's easy. But Valkyrie, we made a lot of change.
Yes.
That impact our playstyle, impact our strategy, impact the strategies fighting against the Valkyrie. And yeah, maybe we gave her not necessarily enough, and maybe we removed a little bit too much. That I think we can say it from early feedback. Now the question is exactly how much in each direction. Should we revert some change, or should we buff a bit more new things that we gave her? That's the kind of thing that we are looking at, and so for that we need a bit more data and more time, so that people get better at playing with her and discover a new strategy and see what actually is sell in terms of strategy and what is never used and was a fail. So for the moment, no, we are not happy with how much we improved the Valkyrie, and we think we need more. Exactly what are we buff more on the Valkyrie, or what are we going to change more on the Valkyrie? We're taking a bit more time to look at the situation and waiting for the player to get a full sense of the character. For example, we get feedback of, don't like the new input to do the spear sweep. Yeah, cool. That's called muscle memory. In 2 weeks, that won't be an issue anymore. So not valid feedback. It's an easy example, but there are others that are not necessarily as easy, and we want to see the ones that stick and actually impact the win-loss ratio or the move usage. We already showed the type of tools that we have, but we have, some, for example, one thing that shows how much each move is used and how much it contributes to the overall damage of the characters. So
Cool.
we want to collect more data on that front, community feedback and data to know which one we will adapt, right?
Yeah, so we're more than open to hearing, especially from you Valks who have been playing since last week and spending a lot of time with the new Valk. We'd like to hear your thoughts on what feels not right to you. That's really interesting. On that note of data, I've been getting questions because people love it. We do a seasonal data blog where we sort of review the previous season's fight data, the pick rates, the win rates, all that stuff. So people would say, is this still happening?
Yes, so we've done State of Balance is what it's called, this blog for
Very good branding because I named it.
Well, then you should have got the name. Come on, Eric. We did it for season 4 and season.
Every time you read that blog, Eric gets a penny. No, I'm just
Yeah, tiny one. Yeah.
Literally all I did was name it because they do all the work. So, give me the pennies.
So season 4 and season 5 we did this. It showed win rates, pick rates in Duel and Dominion for the top 2.5% for Duel and 4% for Dominion, just to get a big enough player base, a representative sample basically.
Yep.
We'll be doing this as well for season 6. Basically, it comes a couple weeks into the season.
Because you need the full season's data, the previous season's data.
Exactly. We just got what appears to be the last picture of the season 6 data, and then it's write the thing. Do we all agree what things are impacting it, and therefore what things will change in the future?
Cool.
Or at least that we suspect will change in the future.
Great. So that is coming. Don't fret. And early stuff I've seen is very interesting. Those are always very interesting blog posts.
Yeah, I'm really happy at this point because like now with season 6 one coming, we'll have a couple of data points that you guys can see as well.
Yeah.
So you can compare 6 to 5 or
Right,
6
the
to 4
progression.
and see where are we.
Stand.
Exactly.
Cool. We have a great content creator in our community called Freeze TT. And he actually made a very helpful video this week, basically walking through all of the undocumented changes he found in this patch, which made my job easier, so not having to go through individual Reddit threads to track them all down. So thank you, Freeze. Serious. But I thought with Steph here, because Steph still has jet lag, but he did go through that video point by point to figure out what happened where, what's happening, what the state is. So
just to make one thing clear, when there is undocumented changes, it's not stuff that we want to sneak in.
no.
And no, it's stuff that either we forgot to put in
The patch
in
notes.
the patch notes because so many things get patched. So basically, we integrate stuff, and sometimes when we grab something, actually something else come with it, or this kind of thing. So that's one reason. Yeah. The other reason is sometimes there's bug, or sometimes there is side effects of something else. We change. Oh yeah, we fixed that animation, and it actually impacts that. Yeah. So that's the reason why there isn't the community change. It's not that Eric is evil and he said, no, keep that for us.
Yes. Yes, I would hope by now we have a track record enough of being very transparent with you. We have no desire to hide things in the patch notes. This is, I think the first thing he said is the case for a lot of these, right? It was things that were pulled in via other things that were pulled in, right?
I mean, the sad part with that is that usually that other thing will have a patch note associated with it, but because it got pulled in, the patch note doesn't get pulled in. Right. So it's just a matter of fixing that process a little bit.
It's all process stuff, which is very boring to you. But okay, let's go through the points in the video. First off, there was a Berserker Animation Bug.
Okay, so basically you do a feint and then you do your Armored Light, the quick one. There was a bug where there's like a pop in the animation that was trying to be fixed, but the side effect of the fix is that you no longer quite get the same way of kind of disguising what your attack is going to be.
Which was one of the new animations that came with its rework.
With a rework,
season
yes,
5,
in season
right?
5.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So we still want to fix that bug, but we want you to be able to, have that ability to kind of like disguise your attack a little bit.
So it's something we'll be working on.
So it's being worked on. Don't have the ETA, but shouldn't be super long term.
Cool.
We did not want it to change that.
Yeah.
Especially with all the work that goes into those animations. Yeah. Okay, so this is an example of one that we definitely would have put into the patch notes if we knew it was going, because the community seems to like this change a lot.
Yeah, so this, okay, stance change can now be interrupted by dodge for all heroes, including non-reflex guard heroes. So this is really good. So when you get hit and you're stance changing because you're trying to block, but then you're like, oh, it's a bash and I got to dodge. Now you can, so that's great. There was a patch note associated with this, but it's for the next patch, so maybe we'll see it in the next patch notes.
But it's already in the
It's
game.
in the game.
But it's in the game, so.
That's something we wanted. We forgot the patch note. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's cool.
It's a good one. Okay, so Conk, our man Conk, there's a whiff after a throw, which used to be a guaranteed or almost guaranteed punish, I believe.
Yeah, so there's a couple of things, like Conqueror now has a long full block stance startup. This is an unintended side effect of a bug fix as well. This has been fixed as well in
Our next patch.
the next major patch, the same code one that we were talking about earlier. So that'll happen. Conquer, throw, punish, whiff, Shigoki damage reduction after throw. These are topics that are still being investigated at this time. So we'll see where we end up with those.
And the other one, this one went around the community a lot, again, because Shigoki is at meme levels. The Shigoki not regenerating hyper armor and out of stamina.
Yeah, so we're looking at this one. I've got a few things from a few different people, and some are saying it just happened. Some was a month ago, some was a couple months ago. We started going through the code. It looks like it's been there from launch. So, I don't know, maybe there's not a lot of Shigokis who are out of stamina.
Weird.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
But still
But-
investigating.
Yes, post this video when I'm proven wrong.
Oh, believe me, they will.
So, to recap, because there's a lot of different change with different timeline.
Yep.
Today,
Maintenance.
maintenance, rank.
Yes.
What do we change?
We changed how we matchmake your qualification matches. It will adapt to your win and loss, so it should be a better experience.
Quick penalty.
We
Yep.
penalize anyway quitting the game.
Yep.
30 minutes plus rank 40% penalty.
And the division bonuses.
And we update the promotion and demotion bonuses when you move from one division to the other.
Yes.
So you shouldn't have big jumps anymore when you play rank.
Yes.
So that's today. Next Tuesday, we have a live update, quick data patch. What's in it?
That will roll back the stamina, stopping drain when out of stamina. That was a terrible sentence, but
They
I
got
think
it.
you
They
understand
got
what I
it. Don't
mean.
worry.
And Shigoki Demon Embrace will now go through Revenge and Armor and so on, as it did before.
So because those are data, not code, so we can quickly patch them. That's next Tuesday. And then we have
Maybe quit penalty in casual play.
Is next week.
Next week.
Alex
Next week.
confirmed
Yes.
it.
So it's also
supposed to be,
Tuesday.
but we'll see next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have a bigger patch,
Right.
real patch with code in it
Yes.
that we're still investigating.
Right.
That will get other fixes
Yes.
like animation, maybe from the Berserker,
The Conqueror.
the Conqueror stuff, etc. Things that require codes that are not only data that we are still investigating. This one is coming later this summer.
There you
Still
go.
in the summer, and summer doesn't end in October. I'm sorry, Damien. End of September. But anyway,
I think we
Different
still should be good. And in this big
Maybe in
patch,
Dragon
we will
Ball School
fix,
they don't-
we will fix, and
when season starts and ends,
There's
and in
no
this big
fall in
patch,
Dragon
we're
Ball.
also fixing part of the known issues you said at the
Yes,
beginning of the show.
indeed.
So the crash equipping effect, the lag in the menu, and things like that.
If you need to review the patch notes for today's maintenance, those should be up now on our website, forhonorgame.com/patch notes.
Yeah.
good.
Good.
Sorry, just before we go off.
Okay.
Oh,
it's just
too late. Sorry.
Oh no, it's over. I want to sneak in two more because people brought it up. Warden Shoulder Bash. There's an extra stamina penalty.
Yeah, we talked about that at the beginning.
S7T2, so that's the next coming patch.
Yeah.
The next patch with code.
code patch.
The one before the end of the summer.
Yeah.
And Raider, the
Zone.
unblockable zone.
I sent that one today.
Yes, so there's a targeting issue with this. This is being worked in progress right now, so it's coming.
Yes.
So it should be in that big patch also.
Let's hope. Okay. Thank you. We've got other stuff. The show's not over. There's a lot of information. Are you all still with us? I hope you're all still with us. If you've got questions, hit them, because when we have the guys here, it's good for us to use them to answer some questions. So toss them in the chat. They will grab them and send them up to us. Okay. Hey, we've got a roadmap for the next month.
Yes.
Every month we do a roadmap. So let's toss that up there, Max.
So in fact, we're saying what's going on next week.
Yes, in fact we are, Damien.
Look at that.
So next week you can see
Like
that's
you
our
have
next
more
event.
than half of the roadmap that is volcano flavored.
Volcano, indeed. We're still not telling you about it yet,
No,
but it's coming.
it's coming next week,
Yep.
and you will know more about it at
Next
next
week.
Warriors Den.
Oh yes, next Warriors Den, you get to learn all about it. So don't miss that.
So yeah, so we have this weekend the Ranked Duel Tournament order that we spoke about, and the Ranked Vanquisher Challenge,
That's
which
the
is
order.
the order. So in fact, we shown the bag.
Yeah, we've got a picture. If you want to put the order up,
We had the
Max.
wrong card before.
Thank you.
So this is the ranked order we're doing. If you play any type of rank activity, so the duel or the duel matches or the tournament, you will get XP boost rewards, which is pretty cool. So then you can apply the XP on the character you want.
Mm-hmm.
And we're having the rank duel tournament at the same time.
There it is.
So this is this weekend
Yes.
to celebrate all the rank changes we're
Yes.
doing. Then if we go back on the roadmap, starting next week, we'll have the second campaign of Season 7, and we'll have the new event.
Yep.
Eruption of.
We're not saying the name.
But it's
That's-
written on screen, so I'm sorry.
That is not the
it's
name of the
not.
event.
It's
That
not
is
the name
so
of
those
the event.
those four things are orders.
Yeah, there are
So
orders.
there's a little spoiler.
So you have, we'll have one community order every week linked to the event.
Two
But I won't.
per week, my friend.
2 per week.
Yes.
True.
Damien
and-
can't say them, but you can actually read them. on
You
screen.
can read them. And we'll have some content, as you can see.
As we
that
could.
will be
Oh, it
released
came
in
back.
second
up.
week,
Yes, great.
linked to the
Ranked
event.
Duel tournament returns
And
with another
then
ranked
after
order.
the event, Ranked Duel Tournament return with a ranked order and the campaign free
Beautiful.
season.
Also happening next week.
So-
Please tell your friends. Xbox Games with Gold. You can get the game for free for an entire month on Xbox. Starting next Thursday until September 15th, the game is free for Xbox Live Gold members.
So it means that all those newcomers will come during the event time.
It's true.
That's pretty
It'll
cool.
be great. So if you have friends on Xbox, tell them. If you have an Xbox, pick it up. And the maintenance has begun. Thank you. The maintenance has begun, so stick with us because you can't play the game right now anyway. Captive audience.
And we have many great things.
We still have stuff, yes, indeed. So, I wanted to showcase some of the tournaments happening in the community this weekend.
And I want to speak about a specific subject. Don't forget it.
Yes, he does. Well, let me do the tournaments.
Yeah.
Real quick, because I don't have any images, but here's one of them. Initio Gaming, the King of the Land 1v1 tournament on PC. It's on Saturday the 11th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I believe there's a $100 cash prize for that. I didn't put it on here, but I was shown that this morning. Also, these are all on the same day at basically the same time. Also on Saturday, this one's listed in GMT, because I think it's the exact same time. 6 p.m. GMT, For Honor Console has a $100 2v2 tournament on PS4. So something for our PS4 players and Brawl players. For Honor Esports, also on the 11th at 7 p.m. CEST, because everyone uses their own time zone.
So what's the?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, Eastern.
No,
No.
it's a. I think it's a European thing.
We're getting guesses from off camera here.
It's okay. It's okay. They'll figure it out if they want to play.
Yeah.
It's all on Battlefy. all four of these are on Battlefy. So there's a For Honor Esports 1v1 Open Cup Europe #3 on PC.
Central European.
Central European
summertime.
summertime. That's your time, France, right?
No.
No.
No?
I think the central is more Russia.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not really French, so I don't know.
Ding.
What I wanted to say about the For Honor Esports one, that is casted by our friend Verbalocity. He's a great community caster with a silky smooth voice. So shout out to him. And the last one we wanted to spotlight, For Honor Arena has a 4v4 series
On PC.
on PC, August 11th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So
We know what that one
community,
is, right?
keep up with the tournaments.
That's cool. A lot of
Yes.
tournaments.
Damien, what did you want to speak about?
We
Perks.
Yes, we revealed last week perks.
Can we redo the creepy zoom?
Yeah, that was great.
That was
revealed,
awesome.
we
Again.
revealed,
Please, we need more creepy zooms in this show.
Ah, but do it again.
Yeah, back up, back up. All right, Damien, look at the camera.
Perks.
perks. Meme material. We revealed last week perks.
Yeah.
We saw great discussions about that from the community.
Yeah.
Since then, I think one of the
Perks.
one of the learning I got from that is that people like pretty much the new system. They think it's interesting. But they're concerned about what they have today and what they will get after that transition.
Yes.
So still many questions about what will I lose, etc. So just to go back on that subject, you're not losing anything. You keep all your items, you keep all your visuals, you keep all your progress that you've made on all your items.
Yes.
And that's crucial for us, and that's still true. Like last week, I saw some discussion related to visual collection and the change look options, saying yes, with the new system, they maybe in the end want to change items because they want to have specific perks equipped. And so they will have to do a change look options to keep their current visual. We agree with that. And one of the things we haven't said last week, but that we plan to do with the launch of Matching Fire, is that we will update the different prices of the change look options, and we're normalizing it. So right now, how it works is that depending on the level of upgrade you've done, you have different costs. Now, during Matching Fire, the cost is based on rarity, not on the upgrade level. So it's always the same cost for a gray item. It's always the same cost for a blue item, etc. And globally, the cost, compared to what we have today, the cost is reduced from 20 to 30% depending on the rarity of the item.
Yes.
So we think that with that update, the cost update, we think it should be okay to do your visual collection change after the perks update. So tell us what you think about that. But we thought about that just to say that yes, it's a valid comment, and we thought about that, and that's why we revised the prices for Matching
I
Fire.
highly recommend people go back and watch that segment from last week if you have
Yeah.
questions. I just saw someone ask how refined gear works with perks.
Yeah.
We explained all of that last
Yeah,
week. so,
we explain everything, and then again, if you still have questions, we will be able to answer those extra questions in the coming weeks. And also, one of the other things we haven't said last week, and that we plan to do, is that like we did when we changed gear stats with Revamp in Season 2, we plan to give you some crates at the launch of Matching Fire so that you can experiment and play with the new system without any extra cost, etc. On top of all your items that will be changed to the new system.
Cool.
So all in all, with all of those, I think you should be able to only see the positive aspect of the change and not the negative aspects.
Cool. Cool.
Tell us what you think.
Yes, please do. Okay, content of the week this week.
Our beloved,
Battle
Not one.
outfits.
but free battle
Wow.
outfits.
Reminder that comes with the battle outfits. We reduced the price permanently on these starting this season, so starting today. They are 1,000, 2,000, and 3,000 steel each.
And those one are high quality ones. I would say they are
Because the previously were not?
the previous
The previous were not?
No, we started
One of
doing
them.
better ones with the card one, etc. We had super positive feedback. As positive as they thought that we would reveal that at E3. No, I'm kidding. So I think this batch is at the same level.
Well, let's check out a video, and we'll be right back.
What's
Well.
that?
Well,
Everybody left.
everyone left. I think Steph will be back. He's going to the bathroom.
Maybe not Roman. We don't know.
Roman is hungry.
So
So Alex came back from France. She brought candy that apparently is very popular in France.
yeah, they're called carambar.
Carambars. Carambars.
You,
Caramba.
you can't find those at Costco.
No, but they're caramel-based treats. And it turns out
funny.
that in the wrappers are jokes.
And very bad jokes.
Well, but they're especially bad because they do not translate into English at all.
Yeah, but even in French, they're very bad. I think they're submitted by the community of carambar community.
So it's a community
And,
activity?
yes,
Great.
it's our carambar.
Hold on, let him
And so
focus.
this
There it is.
one is not a caramel one, but you have different
Great.
flavors, and those were apparently specially made for the World Cup. So only
Perfect.
soccer-related
Even
jokes.
better.
So even better.
So Damien spent 5 minutes at my desk reading these jokes to me in English, and they're so like bad and untranslatable. We thought, okay, let's just do it on the show because this is awful, in a good way.
Yeah.
So we got a few, and then we'll.
And let's do them with the community corner at the same
Perfect.
time.
Perfect. So then do one, and then we'll do.
So do I do them directly in English? Yes. Okay.
I think so.
So, question mark. Why soccer players have big homes?
Because they make a lot of money.
No, because sometimes they play at home. Do you say that in English, to play at home?
Yeah, like a home game. Is
Yeah,
that, so that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
joke.
That's the joke.
But I take it in French. There's a better word for playing at home.
Yeah, we say jouer à domicile. So and the joke was, why do they have big apartments? So I tried to anyway. I will do this one that is not soccer related, and
Great.
then we'll look at a GIF.
Great.
What is a snail saying on? What is a snail saying when he's on the back of a turtle?
What is a snail saying when he's on the back of a turtle? I don't know.
Not so fast. Yeah. Yeah.
Awful.
In French, he says "ça décoiffe," which is an expression no anyone in French is using anymore.
Great.
We're using those maybe 20 years ago, but yeah. Anyway, I will keep those two.
Okay,
after-
then let's start doing some community quarter clips. We also have some questions. Damien,
Yes.
God, this is one that always comes up. Speaking of visual stuff, are there any plans to make more neutral colors available for attacker and defender?
When they, what I mean, when they make sense, yes. And sometimes we miss those. So sometimes there are obvious neutral colors that are like, oh, this looks like an attacker color, why it's not. And so we try to be better at that exercise than before. But when they don't make any sense, so like when it's a color like full black, so that is not linked to attacker or defender, we won't move those to attacker and defender. So because attacker defender color is a tool that makes you react faster on a group fight and things like that. And we did some tests. As soon as you remove those colors, it brings issues. For example, I can say that we were playing with the new Wooling characters. Some of them didn't have their color, their attacker defender color right away.
Yeah.
Because they were work in progress. And sometimes during session, people who played a lot the game internally were very confused if the player was with them or not during the first few frames before looking at the HUD. So it's a valuable thing that we want to keep.
Okay. Got it.
But yes, as soon as we can, we try to do it. Sometimes we missed, send us those, and we fix those afterwards.
Okay, let's show our first community clip. We can answer some more questions. So this one is great, and for some reason it's only a GIF. I want someone to do a version of this with music, preferably Russian hard bass. So this is the new dance craze that is sweeping for honor by Lil B, 1190. There it is. Watch this, Damien.
So good.
Looping it again so you can see it. Oh my God.
So good.
Steph, take a look. Take a look.
Perfect.
Perfect. So someone please make that with music. I can't believe it hasn't happened yet. Steph, welcome back.
It's
Feeling good?
like forcing everybody to do an emote all together.
Yeah, that's great. I love it.
That should be a feature.
All right, now we'll do another question. This is, I think, another Damien one. Crusader 2K18, when will we get more armors and materials to choose from?
Armors.
We've already said it, so you can, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't say it. We
Well,
teased
no,
it.
but we
said
leaked.
it's not this season.
No, but we also leaked something last
So
week.
and we leaked something. So, but I won't say more.
All right, we'll say not this season.
I won't say more.
And
It's
you-
not this season.
Do with that what you
And
think that
and
means.
if it existed, it would be amazing. That's it's the only thing I can say, and it's pretty good. Anyway, what was the other part of it? Materials?
Materials,
It's
I
a
don't know.
tricky subject. The team is looking at it. We have some ideas. We'd like at one point to work on that. It's not on the radar for the moment. Customization team is working on
Yes.
other subjects.
Indeed.
But hopefully one time we will be able to introduce more materials. Right now what we're playing with is to introduce weapon colored things, weapons that take the color swatch that you equipped in the customization. So we're playing with those new rules. But for the moment we're not focused on introducing new materials.
Got it. All right, let's do another clip, and we'll answer more questions after this clip. This is one of our, this guy is actually responsible for the design of our subreddit.
Huh.
CSS master, Jake Corella, or Correa, it's 2 L's, I don't know. For Honor, the hard knock life of Lawbringer, ranked.
You know I have to do this. I know.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Instead of treating free, get tricked. Instead of kissing free, get kicked. It's a hard knock life. It's a hard knock life. Don't it feel like the wind is always howling? Don't it seem like there's never any light? Once a day, don't you wanna throw the towel in? It's easier than putting up a fight. No one's there when your dreams at night get creepy. No one cares if you grow or if you shrink. Bright and smelly light. Bright and smelly light. Full of sorrow light. No tomorrow light. It's a hard knock life. It's a hard knock life. Never wanna see you play that training. Stand in the training. Instead of kissing, get kicked. It's a hard knock life. It's a hard knock life. Never wanna see you no one cares for you. Never you'll get it when you're a monster kid. It's a hard knock life.
Victory!
Nice.
Law Bros.
Love bros.
I like having music on our stream, so whenever people do good musical videos, I like to show them. We have a couple here. Actually, sorry. We want to do more questions. I'm making Steph miss his lunch, so let's do some questions. Stefan.
Damien doesn't have to eat?
Damien does not eat. Look at the man.
Oh, okay.
From Josh Carlos. Stefan, why is it that Valk cannot block while dodging? And can you please change this? She is the only hero that can do this apart from the assassins.
Okay, I misunderstood this at the beginning. So Val can block while dodging in the first, I think, 100 to 300 MS in the direction that she's dodging. So she goes left, she can superior block to the left, right, superior block to the right, forward, up.
Don't delete that.
So she does have it, it's just a specialized one, and then it allows her to get her shoulder pin stab.
Okay.
So it's actually better in that respect, but yeah, you don't get it the whole way through.
Okay. So follow up from Valkrex, another Valk question. What was the reasoning behind removing so much from Valkyrie when she was already extremely low tier, especially when compared to the excellent Kensei rework, where his weaknesses were addressed and options added without losing most of his moveset?
Okay, so...
Tough questions from Valkrex.
Yeah, good question, actually. So it's important to know that we're still looking at what are the results of the Valkyrie rework. Will she land where we hope that she lands? Will it be below, and therefore we have to buff certain things? We'll see. It's a wait and see kind of attitude with this one. There are a few pieces, just to get specific, that used to be very good tools on what was a very weak hero before. This is really why like some of them were nerfed while some of the other parts were buffed. Best example, shield tackle with all block during the bash segment of this move and knockdown. I feel like it's a very strong move for ganking on a hero that was super weak before. If you're good at 1v1 fighting and you're able to gank like crazy, does this start to become a problem? And that was our thinking. Same with a guaranteed sweep after guard break, which is something that you're going to get a little more as an external fighter. Does she sweep, knock the guy down, pin the guy, and all her friends hit a heavy, and then you die on one guard break from her? That's kind of why these pieces got pulled down.
Okay.
We'll see. Was it too far? Don't know yet, for sure.
Yeah, makes sense.
Damien, would you like to break things up with a joke?
Yes. So I think those are the worst one.
Oh, perfect.
And I don't know how to say that word in English.
That's the joke.
We
of
say
the joke.
le comble.
Great.
So,
Le comble.
quel est le
There's a
comble
punchline.
pour un footballeur? So I think what would be a joke? It's not a joke, but what would be the worst / a joke for a soccer player?
Wait, this is the joke, what you just said.
That's the question.
What would be the worst thing you could tell a
Yeah,
soccer
or a joke for the football player.
What's the worst joke you could tell a soccer player?
Not you could tell, but that would be for them. You will see with the answer. You will start understanding. The answer is to have a goal in their life. Do you see the?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
I
do
have
see that.
another question that is exactly the same but on another subject. What would be the joke the worst for the sun?
The what?
For the sun.
The sun.
The
have a
sun.
goal.
Le soleil.
It's to be in the moon. Ça se dit pas cette expression. We don't say to be in the
To
moon.
be in the moon?
Yeah, no, we don't say that in English. To be spaced out. Voilà. Thank you. Anyway.
Still doesn't make sense.
Anyway.
Couple
So
animals here,
I want to do this. I want to do this one because
Great.
this one is a bit funnier, and I can't translate it in English. So what does a cow say when she meets a man?
I don't know.
You don't know. She says, "Bonjour, monsieur." I did it in English.
You did.
Sorry.
All right.
Okay.
Let's just show a couple more clips now. Yes. My God. Damien broke the internet. All right. So we have a couple here from a guy named Adrian Chu. Good clips. One of them has sound, one of them doesn't. So this first one does have sound. It's called The Perfect Roman Uppercut. It's one of those satisfying ledging videos. Nice.
Victory!
sense.
Nice.
Over the railing, very good.
Nice.
The animators worked on this one because it didn't use the ledge.
No, that's the thing that
Yeah.
so many of these new executions do.
Now it's like a constraint.
People are very
They have to make all the execution ledge.
It's very important.
So now let's answer another question and keep mixing it up here. Why aren't you, this is from Wooden Unicorn, why aren't you using a P2P connection for custom games so I can play with my friends during the maintenance?
So when the game is in maintenance, it's not only the servers to
Right.
play, but it's everything. So it's like connecting to the Ubisoft servers, getting your account, getting your reputation, your profile, all of that.
The whole thing.
So when it's in maintenance, you just can't play the game because you can't connect to any services linked to the game.
Yep.
That's
So P2P
just
or
as-
dedicated servers do not matter.
That's just as simple as that.
Yes. Cool. For Stefan, how's the team feeling about the Warden rework so far?
I like it. Does that answer your question? It seems to be doing pretty good.
The reception I've seen from the community has been quite good.
Quite positive,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's good. Seems to be performing very well in duels specifically, like super viable. I just saw an updated tier list on Frankendoodle's document, putting it at S tier and A tier in Dominion, if I'm not mistaken. So that's good. That's more or less in the spot we want it to be. It's always nice to be worried about should we nerf it a little bit rather than do we have to buff it?
Don't say that. Don't say that.
What?
One thing I have seen people say about the Warden, tell me if you agree, if it's not up there, I'm just looking because I don't know, I'm thinking in the back of my head. Some people have said that it feels like the new Warden relies too much on shoulder bash. Do you think this is true?
I mean, like, it's always been a bit of a shoulder bash.
It's like part of
focused
his
character.
identity, I guess.
The thing is with Warden, like, we want it to be a simple, straightforward character, often an introductory character as a vanguard, and I think really embodies the fantasy of a knight. When you are told first thing about For Honor, you picture this character.
Yeah.
So we don't want it to have 10,000 moves or anything like that. We want it to be reasonably simple. We did give it that one extra dodge forward heavy, just to allow it to shore up a few of its weaknesses. But yes, shoulder's important. I don't think it's the only thing in the kit, but we don't want to break the kit apart. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Cool. Let's see if we've got one for the Doctor of Data.
You can ask the first one.
Turbo Vexa Soul Eater asks, are there any plans on making executions more brutal, like chopping up more body parts? Yikes!
So we already have pretty brutal
Yeah,
executions.
exactly.
And it's not the level of brutality that will make the execution better. And I think we need to find the right balance. So we have some execution that lean towards the brutality, and we have other execution. So now we introduced recently more respectful execution. We introduced funny execution, which introduced what we call fight execution, where the opponent tried to counter you before you,
people really
you
like.
executed him. So the plan is to have a breadth of variety of different type of execution. So brutal versions, yes, of course, for the people who like that, but those are not especially the best ones. Maybe for some players, but not for others. And it's the right balance that we need to find.
Yep. What a good answer. Okay, let's play another clip. We still have more questions. This is fun. We're having a good time. This one does not have audio. This is another Adrian 2-1. It's immovable force versus an unstoppable object. Check it out. Yes. Oh, Max.
We saw Skype. We are seeing Skype.
Who's Skyping you?
Yeah, or it's in the video.
Oh, it's this person's video. All right, here we go. Oh, synchronized. Again, I don't know why this doesn't have sound. It'd be so much better with the big explosion sound at the end. I don't know what the community's doing anymore. Pretty synchronized.
I like the respectful emote.
Boom. And they're like timed.
Yeah, really cool.
Okay. Guma Samu. Oh, yeah, I wanted to show that. So we got a guy named Spliced. We show his videos a lot. And he did a video this past week kind of showcasing all of the For Honor content creators, which is very cool. And we're not showing that on this stream. In fact, we're showing the parody version of it, which shows all the characters in For Honor. So shout out to Spliced, great video. But instead, we're going to show Guma Samu's parody, Everyone is Here.
Love this music.
Stefan, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
From Cameron, 96223. Stefan asked directly. Stefan, can PK, I'm going to ask this because I love PK, can PK get her dodge recovery back?
No. Sorry.
Thanks.
It's important that side dodge recovery and back dodge recovery are, standardized across all heroes. This means that we can set up what moves have certain vulnerabilities to guard break or dodge attacks, and we know very clearly everyone or nobody can punish it. The behavior we had before where PK could back dodge at 500 MS or whatever it was, I want to say, it's too fast. It's crazy. It means that we have to give insane moves to have any chance of chasing them down.
Counterpart,
And
yeah.
if you don't have those, you're hosed. So
Cool.
So we don't want that. I got one more question I want to answer up there.
Yeah.
Cosplayer Pan asks, Stefan, do you like your cool shirt that I sent you? And I say, yeah, I love it. Thanks, Cosplayer Pan.
Wow.
So
He didn't
yeah,
say that at all.
it's the magic of TV.
But he gave you that shirt?
Yeah, he did. We traded at E3. I
Pan
gave
does
him
a
Marching
great
Fire and-
Warden cosplay.
Yes. So thank you.
Cool. Let's watch another video. Doliman, Adidas Volt.
It's so good. It's so good.
I love it so much. Okay, right. Damien, any chance we see Carousel of Death return soon? Kev Fev asks.
Not soon, but might return at one point.
Yes, it's something
Because
we
it's
can
one
bring
of
back.
it's one of the game mode even the community and we do love the most.
Yes.
So it will come back at one point, but I don't think soon-ish.
Okay, another video. Leno is bueno. 200 IQ shaman play.
It's so good. So good. Great music.
Okay, another one for Stefan. Rapora9 asks, are you aware that the current system for target switching is not very good? And if yes, are you planning any changes to it?
That is an ongoing topic in the team since early development. We still want to improve it, but are still looking for a solution.
Answered by Roman.
Off the top of my head.
Roman wrote that out on the
Yeah.
screen. That's why Steph's being a ding dong.
No, I mean, like, we know. Like, we know this has to be improved. It's something we're looking into. We want it the same as you.
Oh. And let's do another video.
And there is another really good question, in fact,
Then you should do it.
from Explosive Poketaco.
Pocket Taco.
Are there any plans from streamlining the experience when playing with friends? I find it difficult to identify my teammates and coordinate even with a 4-man team. Perhaps a feature that could identify people in your own squad could help. It's, to be honest, something we've investigated. It's still an improvement that is open in our side. The team would like to do it. We did a first implementation of that internally, but didn't work really well. And since that, it's a bit on the ice because we had other priorities, but it's something we'd like to go back on at one point. I agree with that statement.
Cool. Cool. Okay.
A joke!
Yeah, do it. I thought you were all out.
No, I have one.
Great.
And this one is, I tried to adapt it in English. I will say it in French first.
Sure. All of our French viewers get a little...
So the French viewer know and see how I try to adapt because I had to change the animals.
Great.
So, comment un chat s'excuse après avoir fait une bêtise? So how does a cat apologize after doing a mistake or something like that? And the answer in French is il essaye de noyer le poisson, which is a French expression.
Something about a fish.
Something about a fish because connection with fish and cats. Obvious connection.
Obvious.
Okay, obvious connection. So now my English version of that is how does a dog try to apologize himself after doing a mistake?
I don't know.
He ducks the issue.
Wait, what?
You know,
How does making it a dog change anything in this?
because so my reasoning was noyer le poisson in English you say duck the issue, and I was like, okay, what's the connected?
Why didn't you make it a duck?
Because
It's a duck hunt, right?
because
It's
duck
hunt.
hunt exactly. No, thank you. Because
I'm
for
on
me I
your
was
side
like,
now on these
okay,
jokes.
fish, cat,
Okay.
duck, dog. Voilà.
So you understand why I left.
That's it. I knew at least somebody would understand. Thank you.
Good Lord.
Thank you, Stefan.
I hate that you
Thank
justified his joke.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it was the Duck Hunt connection.
Yeah, yes, thank
You pulled
you.
me in. I'm converted.
Wow. TJ McBiggs, who's a cool dude in the community. How do I submit videos for you to look at for Community Corner? The answer is
Who
just...
love the Duck Hunt stuff?
They love it. They love
Thank
the duck
you.
hunt.
Thank
All right,
you.
Great. TJ, you submit your video on Reddit, and through the magical powers of Reddit, I will see it if it's good.
Less than 5 minutes.
Look, thank you. What? I don't know we had a
What is-
time limit.
I don't know what
Okay.
Your video must
Oh yeah, make them short. God, please make
Yeah.
them short. God.
And don't send only to me on Twitter.
no.
It won't work.
So speaking of short, let's do another video. This is from a frequent guest of the Community Corner, Long Dong of the Law. Berserker brings the thunder.
Right? It's got to be Warden.
I love this one. I love
Go
this
with that,
one.
I guess.
The editing is so cool.
Yes, thank you. That was great. I love Men at Work also. You want me to ask it? Psycho KR. May we ask, Psycho is multiple people, on why the huge increase of tracking in Shield Bash when charged max?
I am going to assume that we're asking about Shoulder Bash
Of
for
the
Warden.
Yeah, that's what I saw online as well.
Okay, perfect. So basically, yes, minimum and maximum shoulder bash moves a little forward better. Reason for this is that before you could unlock and walk away, and that would defeat it. You could back dodge, you could hidden stance and not care about timing. You could dodge, roll away, and that would be both it and guard break connections that it used to have. So it was very easy to beat Warden shoulder bash once you knew what the counters were. Now, yes, it works against people who are just trying to step back or dodge back and so on. So that's the point of the move, and it does it.
Got it.
So I'm happy.
Great. And then Mr. Redeni, I think this is a great idea from Mr. Redeni. You should do meme reviews from the Reddit. I think that'd be great because I see them all week, but Damien does not necessarily see them, so you could get his like first time reaction on camera. I think that could be very funny, except some of them are awful, but some of them are good. Okay, another video from Hell Euphoria, another frequent guest of the Community Corner. Against the odds, number 49, Sentinel Scuffle, 3v1.
Johan would be proud.
Yes, we love Johan and his Highlander. Do you have any more jokes? So we've got one video
No,
left.
sadly, I went through all of them. But I think Alex still has some camembert on her desk, and so she would feed
So you're
me.
saying next week?
She will feed me during the whole week,
Beautiful.
and I will be able to share again maybe the greatest jokes ever
In France,
in France. Yeah.
known for their comedy.
Oh yeah.
Jerry Lewis. That's the only thing in America, for some reason, we know that Jerry Lewis was very popular in France, and I don't know why. We don't understand it. Is it true?
I don't know. Is it?
I mean, you're too
Don't look
young.
at me.
He's Canadian.
Yeah.
No connection at all.
Is it Jerry Lewis? He's popular in France? Not that much.
Well, maybe not now, but he's old.
I don't
Well,
know.
no, I'm in Quebec.
Well, yeah.
Je sais
Anyway,
pas.
last
I mean, it
video.
doesn't- yeah.
I want you to watch this one. This one is actually very entertaining. I was quite pleased by it. From a guy named Norgaz. He did some blindfolded duels against, I think he's just in random matchmaking, but he blindfolds himself and plays. So let's
Okay.
check it out. If they haven't
check
done the
that.
raffle yet, you can hit the raffle now, Fred. We're giving away one of those posters behind Damien's head. And those were designed by our man, Titletown Relo. All right, last video from Norgaz, Blindfolded Duels. Let's hit it.
Maybe it'll be okay.
Round one.
Okay, I can't. Okay, I can't see anything. Nope. He got me on the ground. Aw. Like I'm here. Like I heard the kick, the caper toss or whatever. I heard that.
Round two.
That's a light. No, that's a parry. blocking those? I'm on the ground. That's an execution. Okay. Well, that was bad.
Round 3.
Double tap. Oh, that was a parry, yeah. I'm out of stamina.
Victory.
Yeah, baby! Ooh, get you some! Damn, he barely touched me. Nice! You guys gotta clip all the
Round
wins.
4.
You gotta clip all the wins for me. Are you serious? Oh shit, son! 2 and 2? 2 and 2, right? Oh, we on a fucking roll, boys. Let's do this! Holy mother of gods! Final round! Let's go, boys!
Victory.
Oh shit, son. Oh shit, son. You gotta be joking. What? You can't faint a blind man. Bro. Bro.
Good job, Norgaz.
Yeah,
I love
we
it.
were speaking about the Drunken Master, you know,
Yeah.
it's a bit the same idea. It's like you don't know how to react
Yeah.
because the guy is really not playing accordingly to what you do. That's interesting.
I like it. I like it a lot. Cool. So that is our show for this week. Thank you, everybody. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Roman, thank you.
And next week, huge stream again.
Yes, next week you get to learn all about our seasonal event. PowerPoint.
Oh yeah, but Mike, it's
Yeah,
for you.
Mike's
This one,
on it.
if you
Great.
look at me, Mike, this one is for you.
Great.
I won't have time.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, everybody. And the maintenance is now over. You can play the game, and all of those ranked mode changes we
Yeah.
told you about are now live. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all platforms.
Give us feedback. Looking at those.
Cool. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
For honor, baby.
Hell yeah!